I always get really nervous based on who the guests are for the show, and you two make me especially nervous. This is Chris and Aaron. You guys know them from Social Disorder. Chris, I trust you more than I trust him. Why don't you start us off?
All right, so $1 million.
$1 million.
You give birth once a month to a miniature version of yourself.
Okay.
And it's this like little bitty baby of you. And then it goes through its full life cycle in 2 days, and then it dies.
In 10 hours or something, he'd be old enough to drink. And so
Yeah.
you take him to the bar after like half a day? Give this guy a drink, he's dying in a day and a half.
He's not gonna last long.
Get him a drop of whiskey.
How long does this last for? Does it last
The rest of your life.
the rest of your life?
Yeah.
In 4 years, you got 48 of these.
I know.
You would get a system going though, because you know it's like January,
Right.
and the one comes out, and you're like, okay, we only have 2 days. I need you to dig 12 holes. That's what we're gonna be doing.
Can you drop it off at like the
Brutal.
adoption center and like not say anything? They're like, oh, but then they bring it in later, like, what the hell is going on?
I love the way you think adoption works now.
I'm
It's
just
like, it's like a Charles Dickens novel.
You just drop it at the
off.
doorstep. Please take care of my gentle little Burnie.
It's like, well, we don't know if we can find a home for this kid. It's like, just wait a couple days and see what happens.
I think it's gonna work out.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. Is it sad when they die?
Well,
It's like dramatic. You're like,
for them, it certainly is.
they have to make a little bed. Like,
A little deathbed.
Really?
Lot
They
of-
have little oxygen masks. And they're like, remember me? It's like, yeah.
I remember you number 28.
Outside the window are 48 drinks.
You taking that?
I can't take it. I can't. It's too much work. That's way too much work. The graves, the birthing, the potential drop off of the adoption. I'm out.
I'm taking it. They're gonna turn the million into a lot more, just like with a little show with these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the money, sure. Get $1 million, okay? But for the rest of your life, whenever you see a kitchen sponge, you eat it immediately. Like you have an overwhelming compulsion to eat a sponge when you see it.
Are they tasty?
No, it tastes like a
tastes
kitchen
like a
sponge.
sponge? Okay.
You
But
can't grab the sugar and be like, I just need a little to make the sponge go down.
I like
if you
ketchup.
think that will help, sure. You might be like in the hallway at an office building, there's a sponge sitting on the side of a janitor's cart. There's not gonna be
Wet.
sugar around.
They're just covered in filthy mop water.
Yeah.
Just soaking and the juices coming down. It's just, I don't think I could. I live a pretty sponge-heavy life.
Like we were talking about putting stuff on it. Like you make a hamburger sponge. Like you get a bun, you get some lettuce, tomato, you put a sponge on it, and you just eat it, and you're not even gonna notice. Yeah, I would do that.
You did?
I'd eat anything. Yeah.
All right, Aaron, first time on the show. What do you got?
It's a pretty mild one. You get $1 million, but once a month for a year, you have to go out on a nice date with Hitler.
Let me be perfectly clear.
All right.
And I would say this to Hitler.
Right.
I would say, look, if we're gonna do this, I'm making all the plans. Like, why don't we go to Paris? No, we're not. We could go camping. Like, no, I'm not going camping with Hitler.
But it would be great because after like 6 dates, he'd be like, "Don't you trust me?" And you give him that one date to plan, and then it's just like the restaurant is just burning, and you're like, "What? I did this for you."
Is it a thing too where it's like after like the third date, he's like, well, it's we've been dating a long time.
You talking about going steady?
No, it's like, or he wants to take it to the next level.
You're watching a movie with him, and he just kind of puts his hand on your knee, and you're like,
What is the next level with Hitler for you? What is that?
No, I'm just saying, does he have expectations?
Well, like what? That you're gonna bang him or that you're gonna invade Poland with him? What are you
I don't
talking
know. It
about?
depends. I don't know. It depends on what he wanted.
What happens to Hitler at the end of the year? He dies? He dies.
But he dies of heartbreak.
It's like the last 5 minutes of the Notebook. You and Hitler.
He was just like, I always was there for you.
Oh, that would be the worst if like you had to hold Hitler's hand in bed lovingly, and the media's there and everything, and you'd be the guy that was like spending a year with Hitler.
You're
You could write a book though.
Mind date.
I'm gonna say no. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't want to give Hitler the joy of my company.
I don't want to hang out with Hitler. He's such a dick.
No, I wouldn't do it either.
All right, nobody's taking $1 million to Hitler. Hitler is the Achilles heel. Good to know. Hey, if you liked this week's episode of $1 Million But, and why wouldn't you? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to watch these guys on Social Disorder. Season 2 should be airing very soon.